The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt famously said these words in his inaugural address. But I'd like to go one step further. Let's not even fear fear. What we need to realize is that fear is a good thing, and it's something we shouldn't be afraid of. Fear is good for three main reasons. 1, fear gives us superpowers. 2, fear gives us a reaction. And 3, fear gives us motivation. Moving to my first point, like a mutated spider, a mysterious supernova explosion, or radioactive waste, fear can give you superpowers. In a study by Elizabeth Phelps from New York University in 2006, she found that fear enhances visual perception. It allows you to see things much more clearly when you're afraid than when you're not afraid. This is important because fear can allow you to see dangers like that knife in the attacker's hand, or it can allow you to see that shovel you should use to stop the scary clown with the shiny red nose. Trust me, clowns are very, very scary. This brings me to another superpower that fear gives us, written in the Scientific American in December 2009. It tells us the story of Tom Boyle Jr., who he's a normal American, and while he was walking down the street, he saw something not so normal. He saw a reckless driver hit a pedestrian biker. The biker became pinned under the car, and Tom, without even thinking about it, ran over to the car and lifted it up. This story is incredible, and researchers attribute his super strength to adrenaline that's released when you get a little too afraid. The most incredible part of the story is that the world record for a dead bar lift is 1,000 pounds, but this Camaro that he lifted up was 3,000 pounds. The superpowers you get from fear are incredible, and his ability to lift a car that's 3 times the world record of what people can lift when they're not afraid is a clear example of where fear is a good thing, and it's really not something to be afraid of. This brings me to my second point here about Tom. His fear for another person's safety prompted him to take action, and my second point here is that fear helps us react. According to a definition by Encyclopedia Britannica, it defines fight or flight as a response to an acute threat to survival that is marked by physical changes, including nervous or endocrine changes, and they prepare a human or an animal to react to a threat or to retreat. Fight or flight is triggered when you're a little bit too afraid, and it allowed Tom in this instance to pick up the car, to have an amazing reaction. And I think we've all experienced fight or flight, maybe not the same as Tom, but if you've ever seen a scary spider in your bathroom and you run away, that's fight or flight right there. I know it's happened to me a lot. This brings me to another point about being afraid and reacting to it. Researchers from the University of Vienna found in 2002 that when one human is afraid, another human can tell by pheromones released in sweat. It's incredible because your fear can not only help you react, but it can allow others to realize that you're afraid and help them react as well. This brings me to my third point here, how fear gives us motivation. Now, I'm sure at this point in my speech, some of you are starting to zone off, but if I had trained a bear to attack anybody who zoned off, it probably wouldn't be the case, would it? Fear provides motivation. If this bear was here, you'd all be motivated to keep listening to me throughout the speech. David Cameron, the current British Prime Minister, he is quoted as saying that he is not so much motivated by the potential for success. He's more motivated by fear of failure. This is a clear example where fear allows somebody to do something more so than even success would allow somebody to do something. In conclusion here, we've seen a couple of reasons of why fear is a good thing, why we shouldn't allow ourselves to be afraid of fear, and why there really is nothing to fear. When FDR said that we have nothing to fear but fear itself, I'm going to say he was wrong. We need to go one step further and realize we have nothing to fear. Even fear itself is a good thing. It allows us to respond to actions. It gives us superpowers, it gives us reactions, and it gives us motivation to do things. With that, I thank you.